Hello, everyone. Welcome to Open House Thursday on Yourview. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here. Hi, ladies.
Hello, Murayo.
Hi. You're already rocking your Christmas gift. How you doing?
Thank you, Ike, from the sole of my feet. So they dress on my body. Thank you very much. I really love them. So I was looking for what to wear. I said, why not leave? Me, I don't wait. When you give me gifts, I use it immediately. I'm not like those people that will keep it in the box for 1 year. And now you open it later. But Mariah, something saddened my heart this morning when I was reading the papers. Although it didn't make front page, but I needed to mention this. A teacher has been alleged to have raped
A 3-year-old.
a 3-year. No, she's 2+, a 2-year plus young girl in the name of sex education. But the man said that he's not a classroom teacher, that he's just a supervisor. He's about 46-year-old, and he's been married for 15 years. He has children. But
Did he confess to doing it?
No. From the reports, they said he is saying that he's not. I mean, he does not have an idea of what the mother is saying. But the mother took the girl to several hospitals, and they checked, and she was molested. Oh my God. Then he took a lie detector test that he failed.
Wow.
You know? So I mean, please.
And the school is right here in Ikeja.
And this
is a very popular school.
It's the one in VGC, the branch in VGC. Jesus. And why I'm even particular about this? They said this man is a pastor. For schools that just employ people based on the fact that they perceive that this person is a religious person. You don't know the heart of any person.
Let's follow that
before
story.
The man is a pastor, he's a man first before a pastor.
Let's follow. I'm sure
we have to follow through that story.
because it's possible that it's not on the front page because it is still fresh and they're still trying to maybe get the right facts. So let us see how that goes. How are you doing, Numa?
Numa is very scared right now.
What's scaring you?
I have a small girl that is very, very sharp. And I have a small son now. Every day, these issues, 46-year-old to a 2-year-old, waiting happen. Now, my concern is the way Lagosians are driving this month.
You don't need the Lagosians.
Hey,
you're speaking.
There's something in the air.
I'm carrying my entire family in the car, I'm driving carefully. It's like people don't even know traffic rules because you can't be on this side. You are honking for me to shift, to move for you, and then you are going this way. You are not even trafficating. Yeah. You put on your light, I would see where you're going. If I'm going, and you don't just come into the road. Especially these yellow buses, they just come into the road.
So that was what what I wanted to banter over this morning. That two major issues that cause gridlock and accidents is lawlessness on the road and then bad lack of having good vehicles. And we need to work on that. It's within the purview of the police and the FRSC, and they need to watch it because we're having accidents every day.
Every time I see a trailer making that U-turn, my heart is in my heart.
Every day.
My
lawlessness.
Even to the Lagos State government. These Okadas that have flooded the road. Because the quickest way for anybody to rob somebody and, get away is through the Okada. I mean, they are coming back and they're coming back in full gear. It's not enough to say that there are laws. We need to uphold these laws. The governor came on our show and talked about street hawking and made a very sweet, juicy, whatever, they'll jail you or today nothing. We've not heard one thing. I have not, and the number of hawkers.
That entire stretch on even this expressway.
I wanted to buy train.
I don't see.
I couldn't find.
This express. This is our expressway.
You are not passing the road that I'm passing.
If you want to buy, you have to go into the inner streets. They are walking in the inner streets, not on the express road.
I didn't see them. I was in a car and I was traffic
anyway,
on the road over the
please.
weekend.
Because those are the quickest tools because it's December
Happy
and there's
New Month,
recession.
everyone.
We have to run off.
Happy New Month,
I have just a few
everyone.
seconds there, but today is World AIDS Day. It's a day set aside for people worldwide to unite against HIV. So show your support to somebody you know that has AIDS. All right? Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at the front pages of the newspapers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. Let's start with Punch. Why I omitted Tinubu from my victory speech, says Akeredolu. Picture here of a 76-year-old mother, Agnes Anuyo, and her daughter, 35-year-old Gloria Anuyo, arrested at the international airport in Uganda, carrying 5 kilograms worth of heroin. Fraud. Appeal court orders fresh trial of ex-Lagos Speaker Ekuforiji. Ericsson sacks 160 Nigerian workers, takes jobs to India. Sage panel attacks Labour leaders, says they are corrupt. I may dump PDP in 2018, says Fayoshe. NCC bows to pressure, suspends data tariff increase. Ex-Unilag beggar becomes lawyer, thanks Punch. And PDP senators stage a walkout over Ondo lawmakers' defection. Okay, we'll talk about Akeredolu in the
Yes, I wanted to talk about the
human
very
angle.
inspirational story of the lawyer. The man's name is Absalam Idowu. He was, wasn't born a beggar, but he had a disease that made him crippled because of he was sick at his earliest age, and he ended up begging all through his life. But he didn't give up. He had the ambition to be something in life, and he pushed forward. He has 2 degrees now, a political science degree prior to the law degree, and finally he has been called to the Nigerian bar.
What led to the begging was when he lost both parents and he needed to further his
He lost
education.
his mom.
He
lost
his
his
father
mom.
Okay, the father is still alive. I thought I read
The father
that.
didn't really care about him. He probably left him.
But I wanted to say something because part of my project that I'm going to be running out next year will be geared towards this. There are loads of people that are intelligent, but they do not have the opportunity to go to school.
Yes.
And we need to start supporting those kind of people. You see that he is begging, but he still went ahead to go through school. But I wanted to quickly talk on this NCC. We mentioned it yesterday. So I'm very excited that they are listening. Because you cannot just, you can't put the cart before the horse, right? You have to put in measures in place and give people options. So that when I'm choosing, I will choose based from a place of information. If they want to increase the tariff.
No, they are increasing the flat.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't do that. You should give people options to pick.
Let's move on to the nation.
It was based on pressure from the House of Assembly.
Dogara
And the
sack
people.
governors who hijack council funds. In most states, especially in the north, where we don't have oil, the Ministry of Local Government is regarded as the Ministry of Petroleum Resources. So we all know when funds are relocated to councils, instead of getting to the councils, they are hijacked at the level and appropriated according to the whims of the powers that be. For us to tackle this problem, the only avenue we have is to embark on constitution amendment. Federal government should stop giving allocations to caretaker committees. Outcry forces NCC to suspend data tariff hike. OPEC exempts Nigeria in 1.2 million barrels per day production cut. And Akeredolu gets certificate of return. So this Dogara is pretty interesting because we've been waiting for, hoping for this for a while.
I'm hoping that the bill comes quick.
Because he's even saying that the local government, what he is proposing, he knows that they cannot get 100% autonomy, but at least they can, to some extent, they can have some form of power independence.
They're saying, especially in the north, the best case scenario is where they are democratically elected, so they get funding directly from the federal pot. So they don't go through the government. Because what happens is that in the north, it goes to the governors, and those ones hijack the money,
like the
local government, and they'll develop.
And they now give to whomever they think they feel.
So
thank you to Dogara for thinking of
I think
this.
he's working.
He's
now.
thinking of it, but he should get the bill.
There are other bills that we want
start
to
debating
move.
it fast.
The exclusive and inclusive list. We want that also. We want the power sector to be taken away. We want state policing, which has been campaigned for over and over again, to be taken away. Mining taken away. If you're amending constitution, amend it holistically.
Okay. All right. Yes, very important.
Not
and the one for the
not the one that favors
independent
candidature.
We want that one too, please. So amend everything together. Moving on to Vanguard. Why I did not mention Tinubu in my speech, says Akeredolu. Boast Ekiti is our next target. Fayoshi says, I'll beat you again. Ndigbo hated in Nigeria, says Ukiwe Nya, others lament. PDP senators stage walkout as Omogunwa defects to APC. Again, Buhari's nominee Akinwande shown Senate screening for NERC job. They could beg somebody for most job. And federal government disowns NCC telecoms operators on tariff hike. And oil price up by 80% as OPEC cuts output by 1.2 million barrels per day. Akeredolu, who read that story?
Akeredolu said, while giving his thank you speech, he carefully left out the name of the national leader of the APC. And when the journalist asked him why, he said he had recognized, you know, the leader of the party and all and the chairman of the party, and that should cover all leaders, because he would have to mention all the 37 leaders, blah, blah, blah. But I'm seeing immaturity in what he's doing. I commend we know what happened between the two of them prior to elections, and I'm happy to see the maturity on the side of Asiwaju when he came out quickly to congratulate him after the elections. Everybody gets the house in order. There's no need for division.
The Nigerians,
you know,
the politicians generally think Nigerians are fools. Like
we don't know what's going on.
Like, you now give an excuse and we're like,
yeah,
that's what happened. Like, who are you talking
you don't
to?
hear. No.
Okay, let's talk to did you know that this Akinwande has said, I don't want your job. The MIT guy, remember? He said, like, I have a project in MIT. I'm not interested in job.
Hey, but then
they called him again for screening, and he still didn't show up. I don't know why.
Hey, but he said he wasn't properly informed,
notified
initially. But now that I don't know why.
No, it's possible that this story too, maybe they still did not
inform him
properly. It is on the front pages of the newspaper that he too
what the presidency told the House was that he's trying to resign from his work in MIT. They should please give him some time. So that's why they still included his name again in the screening. But this time around, he didn't show up. And he's like, he still sent him a text message. Oh, God, I don't want this job, say. Please, they should be begging me for
There's a communication gap somewhere.
Let's move on to Daily Sun. Defection of PDP senator to APC. Where's Fayoshe's story? I can't find it. Senators angry stage walkout. Why seat must be declared vacant, they insist. Stowaway dies on Arik Johannesburg flight. Fayoshe hints of possible defection from PDP. Says, I don't know my party yet. Drama as Sheriff raises disciplinary committee against Mimiko and Jagede. Army blocks Niger Bridge, writes group kick. And hike in GSM tariff to wait. So let's talk about them.
Stowaway, quickly.
Yes,
Can I talk about it? Because from the reports, they said that this should be like the third time it's happening in that Arik Air flight. This young man went and hid himself as usual. The flight was going from Lagos to Johannesburg, and when they now got to Johannesburg, the airport authority were doing their maintenance check and general routine check. That was when they found the dead body. I keep wondering, is it that because I have...
Do you know how easy it is to go into the walkway? It is pretty easy
to
go
Arik
into the
all the
walkway.
time.
How is it easy?
Why is he always Arik?
I have one of my staff that lives just off the airport, like from our house you can see the airport. You could literally just scale the fence and walk in there. So we need to tighten our security around the airport to prevent this kind of things happening.
Who read Fayoshe's story?
No,
Nobody read that
house
story.
story.
The house, the walkout.
Because there's a policy on ground, the law.
The senator from Ondo State, what's his name? Ogun something.
Omogunwa
stage, he defected to APC, and the reason he gave was that he defected prior to the elections in Ondo State to support the APC candidates. And then the PDP candidates, of course, they will raise another, because the only exception under the constitution where you can defect is when there's a division within the party. And his own reason that he gave was that I defected to go and support another party. I expected that they should be transparent enough. The speaker should have heard the PDP side and did the needful. And the needful would be to declare
a seat vacant. Because the only reason, funny enough, there's division within PDP. There are two cases. There are a lot of cases in court concerning PDP. So he has he has that excuse to say that there's division, but he didn't use that excuse. So because he did not use that excuse, he is liable to losing his position as a senator.
He can change his excuse.
Our final paper is this day. Oil prices surge as OPEC OK's first output cut in 8 years. That's some good news. Kachuku, federal government would welcome prices in the mid $50 to $60 actually per barrel. Fayoshe's bombshell, I may dump PDP. Federal Executive Council approved 2017 budget, and Zara Buhari's wedding to Ahmed in Dimi may have been deferred. That was an interesting story.
Yes.
Who read that story?
I read that. I sent it yesterday.
What's that girl's name?
Yataka in Dimi.
She went to fight with them.
They brought the dowry,
the boxes, the
Louis
Vuitton,
44 million naira worth of dowry things. And why they were bringing it in, protocol was that you don't take your phone into the presidential villa, and she insisted on taking it. That's the attacker, and Dimi insisted on taking it, and taking a video of what they have brought. This kind of thing, I have to put it on camera, upload it so that people will see that we did not marry cheap. We spent money. And no, but that's the African mentality.
Okay.
And then that led to a scuffle, and it even cost
Nasarawa's state governor's wife got injured on this matter. There was a scuffle. So the president is now saying, listen, come and carry your load, I beg.
I don't
Please, I'm
even
not even
like
interested
it.
in this one. But maybe if she, obviously she went out of line, right?
She went out.
So we have to make it a
Show
hot
of
topic.
power.
44
take a-
million naira worth of boxes for
Yeah,
that.
the president didn't like that either.
Nine
That's
Didn't
a
like that.
good caption.
It's in Dimio.
Let's take a quick break.
giving me
When we
money
come back, relationships get complicated when women are breadwinners. That's the gist we're hearing. Do you agree? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, recent research has it that women are increasingly becoming breadwinners of their families. A new Harvard University study says that when a husband is not working, there's a 32% chance that the couple would split up, upsetting the traditional power role. It also said that they are more likely to cheat. There's another school of thought that says female breadwinners become proud, disrespectful, and less submissive because they now take up the role of being responsible for the household, while the husband is subjected to other issues like home care and domestic issues. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Give us your views on 070-806-6801. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so you can read your tweets. One of the reasons why we're discussing this is because the truth is, women being breadwinners is becoming real every day. In many families today, women are actually the one taking the full responsibility of the home. And I think we need to come to the point where we understand it's our reality. Because there's always this power show of, okay, I'm the man or you're the woman. And we need to let people understand, and listen, this is it normal? Is it normal? And if it's not normal, can we accept it as normal going forward? Because it's not going anywhere. Women are doing better these days. Let me let Uwa jump in first.
You know, we attended a conference when Ibuko and Oshika was talking, and she was saying that the definition of a man, what makes a man, is not the fact that the man can provide, money. That a lot of women, they have been sold this idea that a man is supposed to be like, you know, the provider and everything. So while women have issues with men is because sometimes when the man cannot meet up to that responsibility as a man, you know, like they claim to be, then they cannot see him worthy of respect.
Aha.
But, you know, growing up, my dad at some point had some issues. The company he was working in, an international company, blah, blah, blah. You know, something went wrong and there was no money anymore. This was somebody that used to take my mom. If she wanted to spend holiday, 2 weeks holiday, he would just give her a ticket. She goes to London, she, you know, goes to shop and come back for the weekend. But when things came to the point where he couldn't do that, she took up the responsibility. Growing up all my years, we were always in the restaurant. It was from the restaurant that everybody went to school, up to university. So it is just recent times that we have all grown, that my dad bounced back. They just came back from holiday, 2 of them, they went to enjoy themselves. But you see, there was never any form of disrespect. The problem I have is I see a lot of men that are not confident in themselves. Because your wife is working hard, she's bringing in the money. You have to be careful, first of all, of the kind of people you surround yourself with. Because even if the man is not thinking it, if he surrounds himself with friends that begin to plant ideas into his head that, that is how she will start, he will begin to say, because you look for, once you start looking for something, Murayo, you will find it. And every little thing the woman would say or do, it eventually becomes, oh, she's being disrespectful. Because somebody planted that seed in your head. So I don't think it's absolutely true that women begin to misbehave when they are breadwinners.
Okay, let me come
It's unfair.
to Nima. What
For
are your
me,
thoughts on this?
this
The women
research-
become really, really disrespectful.
This research confirms that it's not only the women, it's both ways, because the man is the one that sees what she does as disrespectful, even if her intentions are not like that. It just confirms the place of each person. This equality thing that crept up somehow into our lives and women have always supported homes. I grew up, my mother always had the business. She always had a way to support the family. I remember my father would pay the school fees. I would pick my pocket money from my mom. It was normal. Women have always played important roles. But it's in the mind, and that's the way God has created. I think it's innate. I don't want to think somebody fed you. Because it's just for some men, you will see their ego drop. Not because they can change things, but because that is how we are. The Quran says, that is the men are in charge of the women.
Really?
So it's just something that naturally you start to find yourself, when you find yourself failing in this part, you start to think, no, something is wrong, I'm not up to par, I'm not, a man enough. And the woman, maybe somehow, she might not be talking down on you, maybe trying to encourage you to do more, push you to work harder or get back on your feet.
I know,
you start to see it like that. It's just in your mind. It's just the way God
has made us. I know a family that they've been married 40 years, and the woman has always been the high flyer. I know that guy, I know him. If you see him, looks fine, handsome, tall, he has his bright beard. We know he doesn't really have much, but he has accepted that the wife has the connections, she has everything. And right now, they've been 40 years in marriage, and they're still very happy. We don't hear of fights and all. So it's just sometimes you accepting.
That's an exception to the rule.
Okay.
In most cases, when the wife becomes the breadwinner, there usually is crisis. 33% is a major one. And that's because we are not wired that way. Okay. The society, religion, all the things that shape human beings shape us into believing that a man, the culture, shapes a man to being the head in every aspect. Financially, spiritually, and all that. Even though we see sometimes women absorb those duties, and the woman should be a supporter, when the role switches, which in recent times it's becoming more and more, and we can't avoid it.
Who defines this role?
We can't say it's
God defined.
It's God defined. God has said the man is the head.
Okay, it's God defined.
The culture, the religion defines it. Yes. However, even though the culture defines it, it defines that a woman should be humble. It doesn't specify that who has more money. It specified who is the head, is the head of that house. Yes. So the head of the house is the man. The woman is supporting the man, is the helpmate. So even if the woman is earning more money, a woman mustn't get to the point where you begin to see yourself as the head of the house.
That's the issue.
So the gender roles and the sexist role is important that we don't make it cross each other.
Nobody wants to be the man of the house. No woman wants to be the man.
Thank you.
You be the head.
As we are talking to the man, as we're talking to the women, that women be humble. Talk to the men that be confident that even if you don't have money, you are the man.
The money is not what defines you as the man or the head. Let me take this call from Olivia. Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, first time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I appreciate what you are doing. I pray that God will help people to continue and doing it very well. What I want to contribute is that, we should look at it from the God side. Really, man has to be the head. And in the book of Proverbs, he made it clear that a man that cannot feed his family, his life is like somebody that is dead. But I understand that in a family, if you check very well, I believe that all of you they are married. Any family that a woman is doing well, you will find out that is always there. It is natural. That sometimes it is indeed the women's character, the way they will do it, you will understand, even if they do not pronounce it, but their character, the way they will behave, you will understand that, yes, you should know that now I'm in charge. Right. But in every family, at least I was brought up and in the village, when I come up, I know how much my mother contributes to make sure that we'll go to school and other things. But what I want to point out there is that sometimes it is there. If the woman is doing well more than the man, that pride is always there. But it depends on the man, how you take it. If you
Thank you very much.
Yes, I was going to look at this angle. Some women are opinionated, they are strong-willed women, whether or not they are collecting money from their husbands. Even though they are dependent on their husbands, some women are women whose opinion is so important in the marriage that they would continue to push it and hold it strongly. Does it mean then that that they are domineering over their husbands? Because it's not about what you earn or who brings the money. it's about that place of, you know, mutual understanding and respect for each other. If the man knows that my wife has always been a strong-willed person, you know, she has a strong drive, she gets whatever she wants, and he respects her, even if she's bringing the money, he already knows who she is. Do you understand? He already knows how she's formed and what, you know, the kind of person he's married to.
Okay. I've been in a scenario where I met a couple for the first time, and I got back home and told my husband that, it's not good when it's the woman that earns money. That if you see the way this woman was just riding her husband, few weeks down the line, I found out that the woman doesn't work. The man is the one that is taking care of the woman head to toe. And I realized that if that woman had money, people would assume that it is based on the money she has that is making her talk that way to her husband. Right now, she doesn't work. She's never worked in marriage, yet I felt that she was excessively domineering and rude. So sometimes it is the personality that needs to be worked on and not the money. Now, we know that money aggravates everything in you.
Certainly.
So if you are poor, if you are arrogant, money will make you more arrogant. If you are humble, you see very rich people that are extremely humble. So the money brings it out more. So a woman that is already having issues with being a domineering person, when she has money, she would be more domineering. If she's humble, she would remain humble, whichever way it works out.
Me, I want everybody to understand that before you met this person, before all the money came, there's a personality that the person possesses. Because what I know a lot of times that happen in marriages is that most men begin to listen to things they are not supposed to listen to. Every human being is different. Your marriage is totally, completely different from mine. All of us have 4 different marriages. Totally. So I cannot compare what is happening in your home with mine. But a lot of people do a lot of comparison. And somebody was telling me that, okay, for instance, cooking. You are saying, oh, there's always food in their house. They have a chef, they have nanny, they have everything, and me, I'm the one doing all the work. So you cannot come and say you want to now join my issues with that person, because that person does not have the kind of headache that I have. So I think for us going forward is focus on you and work personally with what you have as an individual.
You know how they train women so much that, oh, don't tell your friends anything, don't listen to anybody. They need to tell men the same thing.
That's the beginning of your day.
Men also need to know
talk
that.
At the bar.
They talk and they compare their families. Let's take a break. When we come back, we bring in a guest, a male guest for this matter, to help us hear the male perspective on this issue. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Please give them
Come
their phone,
forward.
let them tweet. Doing hot
Sorry,
topics,
if you post, don't post. If you post on Instagram now, it's your Newabella. Did you see that it's Newabella? Have you posted on Instagram? Cancel, please. Touch Ewabella.
Check your tweets. Yes, please say something, please.
Hi.
Power
Hi.
Good.
Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. With us is a matchmaker and the relationship coach, Mr. Good Erese. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
You can call us on 070-806-68014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourviewTVC so you can read your tweets.
Matchmaker.
Yes, so you're a matchmaker. So do you agree that when a woman becomes the breadwinner of the family, it can actually strain the relationship or even lead to total collapse of that marriage?
Yeah, I believe so. And the reason why I believe so is because the individuals in that relationship or marriage do not understand that there's a change. And first of all, if a woman is in charge of bringing the money in, men tend to have inferiority complex. It's not like the money is controlling her to act certain way. But a lot of men feel like, yes, the fact that a woman, because when you bring money home, there is some kind of masculine attitude in you. I'm not saying that women are masculine in that sense, but I'm saying when a man sees someone else playing his role, it becomes a problem.
Yes, you can't have two men.
He tends to have inferiority complex in that sense. At the end of the day, he starts seeing that woman like, you are disrespecting me, you are doing this, you are doing that. And that woman is not actually doing those things.
Wait, but should we, is it our fault?
No, it's
they are
not.
feeling
No.
that way? Because should you be the one that is responsible for your feeling? Shouldn't you be man enough to feel confident enough, saying, you know what, you're making in the money, but I am still the head of this family. Why should I be responsible for, oh, you're feeling very...
that is not even my question. My question is,
does
it come from the point where if you were the one bringing the money, there's a way you act that you think you see in the person who now brings the money. You know, when he's a man, I'm giving you money, I'm the one responsible for everything. You know, you don't talk to me, I'm the man, because you think it's because of what you do in the family. Yeah. And then when she's the one doing it, even though she's not saying anything, then you look at her like,
because we see people the way we are, not the way they really are.
Let me add more.
It's not actually the women's problem.
Okay.
A lot of men have these problems.
Okay.
Like, there's this thing.
I
think that the men who have that problem are men that derive their self-worth from what they have. So it is from that position that I am confident, because I am the man. I am the one that tells my wife, wear red shirt and red shirt. I bought it for her. Yeah. So when I can't buy it for her and she says, I want to wear red shirt and red shirt, I'll be like, okay, because you bought it by yourself, because you have money and you bought it yourself. If I wasn't bought it for you, I can tell you what to do. So I think we need to probably address a man finding confidence in himself with or without money, to the point that he is ahead, regardless of whether he has money.
Can men get to that point, do you think?
Well, the thing is this, for a man to get to that place, he needs to accept so many things, first of all. And for a man to be in that shoe, it can be difficult too. So the thing a man needs to do is, first of all, accept the fact that she is trying to help, not to be, not to challenge me in any sense. She's just trying to help me out. So if a man can really see a woman from that point of view, he will really feel like, yes, we are in the same boat together.
I think we need to paint two different scenarios, because there are some women, they enter a marriage and from day one, they are the breadwinner of the home. I think there's a way the men see the women differently. But when it is like the man was providing for the home and probably maybe he lost his job, and now the woman had to take on the responsibility of providing for the home. Those are two different scenarios. Yeah. Because one is prepared for what he's entering into. The other one is not prepared. And I think a lot of these people that begin to see the woman as being rude, or she's not ruly and all that, it's this category of people that probably they were the ones, it happened on them. Okay. So how do you now address that?
Currently, there's been a lot of guys who are waiting to meet a woman
that have money. I know that those ones.
And may he so rest in peace, Dr. Miles Morrow always teaches us that before a man decides to get into marriage, he should have a job first. It says that to us. And one of my beliefs is this: women were not created to work for men.
Innately.
My belief is that I strongly believe that women were created to be thinkers and not the workers. That is why you have women, men who do more of jobs than women. That is why you have women do more of technical jobs, you know, engineerings, all of those things than women. Because men are skillful in that sense. Okay. Women are logical. Women are perspective thinkers. And science explains.
What kind of jobs do you think we should be doing?
Now, one of the jobs that women were created to do is brain work, because women actually think better than men. They are more intelligent than men. Science has proven this.
Did you hear that?
Let me pause. Let me take Favor. Favor, are you there? Favor. Oh, I'm so sorry. So women are more intelligent than men?
They are.
Okay, let me let...
No, I want to jump in.
Yes.
Please, because you see, the thing is, we're in Nigeria, well, let's localize this. We're in a country where a man feels that I'm the head of the house, I make all the decisions. So I choose the children's school, I choose what we eat. They say, Yoruba says that that a food your husband would not eat, a woman shouldn't cook it. It's for you to know how intense we reverence the position of being a man. When you now have a point where the man cannot determine what should be cooked based on the fact that he's not the one putting the money down, there is no way it won't affect the man's psychology. So I think that as much as they're putting it on the man, that the man should be the one to do all that, we must help the women to be humble enough to say that, keep on robbing the man's ego while he goes through that situation.
You see, that's an issue I might have an issue with. I understand the part of ego, but this is where I stand. What Ibuku Awushika taught us from when we went to that conference, what defines you as a man is not your ability to provide. Once you understand that, you are the one bringing the money. I am the man. You bring it on. Because my husband tells me, sometimes when I act as if, I want to do money, he say, your money, your official car, it's not your car, everything belongs to me. So you, everything. So don't even act as if you're better than. So he's not phased by what you're buying. Yeah. He's not defined by your ability to pay for this. Nah, what defines him is the God-given role or the head of the family. That's his role. And if he wants to take, as a man takes on that role without the perks.
With due respect to
you, of course you will still respect him.
Her,
yes.
We're Africans. It comes to your ability to provide.
No.
With due respect to her, it comes down to your ability to provide. When a man is in the house where you have children and the woman is doing it all, there's always this societal pressure on her, or even she brings it on herself that, I don't think I married right. Sometimes the man himself will start to think, oh, I'm failing because, my children are lacking, or my wife is lacking something. Yeah. It's just, I just think we're living the natural line to say that, that ability to go and hunt that used to be the child when in the caveman days.
That was
and the
hunting
woman
days. They're not hunting again.
We are hunting, we're still hunting, we're hustling.
And pick the
Hustling is the new word now. Let me tell you, as long as that role is still there in our heads, okay. It's in our natural creation, whatever.
Let me take this call. Gabriel, are you there?
Yes.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, well done. I like the discussion you are doing this morning. I want to first and foremost greet all the ladies in the house and also your guests. Every human being with different natures. You will see some lady, despite they are the breadwinner of the family, they will still be submissive to their husband. And you will see some women, even though they are not the breadwinner, they are so arrogant. They are so arrogant. And it's not even good also. Let me be sincere with us. It's not even good for a woman to be the breadwinner of their family.
We agree with you.
And that is why it's not advisable for man not to have job before you get married. It's not advisable. The inferiority complex is there. For instance, if it is my wife that is buying clothes, taking care of my own responsibility. The man's responsibility at home is different from woman's responsibility. The Bible says they are helpmates. They are not the ones that are supposed to be taking care of the whole, taking the responsibility of the whole family. They are just a helper.
Right. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Gabriel. Let me work on
I want to say something to what Nima said. See, yes, I agree that the man is supposed to fend for the family. But the truth is that women, if a woman has something, she nurtures it. Women have better chances to even grow, as in to get bigger in things that they are doing. So you will not say that because the woman is making more money, then it's unacceptable. In this life we are in right now, Murayo, if you want to, I'm losing my thought. Oh my goodness.
Let me let our guests jump in here.
I'll
come back to you.
Please, I want to make a scenario.
Let me say something.
Let me let our guests
if a woman makes more money, it is not that it's not acceptable. It is acceptable.
Okay.
Now, what is important there is this. As a man, how much money are you bringing in? You might earn 100,000 naira. I say this a lot. And are you willing to bring out 90,000 naira out of your 100,000 naira? It says a lot to women. She might earn 1 million naira, and she's willing to give you 300,000 naira from the 1 million. Okay. Now, what is there is this. The percentage you are willing to let out is your sacrifice.
My thought has come back now.
Okay. Hang in there. Let me take this call from Lekki. Good morning. Are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
From Ireland.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
It's like when a woman brings the other woman to give birth, not the woman supposed to give birth.
Sorry?
Hello, it's like when the man, your foot of the womb, you don't have it in your house, and the man brings another woman into the house to give birth to you. How would you feel as a woman? When it's totally not the man's fault, maybe it's the woman's fault.
Yeah,
It's a bond thing. It's where the position, the religion, the society has placed each gender.
Fantastic.
That brings up that ego problem for a woman or a man in case of fertility for a woman and case of finances for a man.
Right.
Thank you very much, Tracy, for that.
I got my thoughts back. The reason this matter is deep like this is because even within, whether man or woman, you walk up to any security post with bathroom slippers and you're looking haggard, they don't respect you because you're a human being. My pastor was saying something that he noticed that every time he's driving the small car out of the estate, they don't even say hello to him. But once he's inside his SUV, they do like this. The society respects you because of what they perceive you having. So it is not a husband-woman matter. It goes beyond that. We have always looked at it, and we look at people. It is what you have that we define whether you deserve respect. And that is what has crept into marriage. Because it is not what the man has that defines him to be a man. Exactly. He is a man first. Every other thing is Jara.
Thank you for that point. Let's take a break. When we come back, we continue. This issue causes domestic violence in marriages.
Yes.
And we need to address it. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Yes, thanks for staying with us. Let me start with Tokwe. Yeah.
So I want to bring it home to as basic as possible.
Yeah.
A man is brought up to say what he wants to eat.
Exactly.
So now, how would a man that did not drop money for soup say, I want to eat chicken? She will look for besile. You understand? So he actually
can't
feels
say
like
because
he's
he's the man of the house. What are you talking about? I don't get it.
Guess what? He says, if the woman that is balancing accounts has seen her account that is only panla, it is panla
balance
you
your account for
chop.
real.
They
You balance account for yourself.
They didn't bring him up where. If he was brought up to make decisions like that, like this is what I want to eat, whoever that brought him up didn't bring him up where. The person is supposed to let him know that you need to drop something before you.
Hey,
Let me answer.
That's even supporting us.
Yes, let's see what coming.
I was saying.
That's my thoughts. We can't be losing thought today. Let me tell you something. My friend told me to Tokwe's answer. My friend told me that when she was going through economic challenges in her home, that she knows the kind of food that her husband eats. And he doesn't eat all this ogbono soup. He eats all this a la carte. You slice small, diced carrots, you know. So even if it was 500 naira that she found in her pocket, with excitement, that she knew how to allocate the chicken kilo. By the time she goes to the woman, she'll say, hey, quarter kilo. And she buys the same thing because she wanted to please her husband. So it is not a function. Let me tell you something. When your husband says he loves chicken, it is not whether you have money that will make you think, okay, I will buy chicken.
You need to have money.
You can make do with whatever
the budget is
have. If you have him,
hang in there. Let me take this call. Hang in there, guys. Let me take this call from Kunle. Are you there?
Yes, please, Mariah.
Thanks for calling. Please go ahead.
Morning. You guys are doing a great job.
Thanks, sir.
I want to just say this. What you are saying depends strictly on the man's personal ego. It has nothing to do with the woman having money or not.
Thank you.
It is the man's issue. For me, several years down the line, I've been taking care of my home. 2 years down the line, my business has been having crisis. I did a small help to an organization, and they offered to pay me money. And I told the guys, look, don't give me money, give my wife a job. Today, my wife is earning, she's running the family, she's doing very well. And for me, like the Yorubas would say, any to nieru lo nieru.
That's what my husband tell me. That's what my husband will tell me.
Any nieru lo nieru. It is the man that owns everything the woman owns. When we're building our house, my wife said, look, do a small shop for me. I said, no, you deserve much more. As I talk to you today, Morayo, I am the one using that shop.
Wow.
So if I had built a small shop those days, today I will still be the one using that small chop. So the little thing I do in the house to fetch some little money for myself, she's supporting me, and I'm happy. Yet I am still the man. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you, Philip. Let me jump in here. Thanks.
What Topo was saying, that a man that doesn't drop money cannot ask for chicken. Islamically, it's even wrong that you do not drop money and you do not ask the source of the money that cooks the food. Now, if your wife is earning a particular amount, the way she manages it will determine whether she can cook chicken or she will cook fish. And then you want to be the man and demand chicken, then you must remember that the research said it leads to infidelity in marriages.
Yes.
So you don't want your wife bringing a haram sauce to come and cook chicken for you. No, when you know your role,
okay, let me ask our guest a direct question. If your wife, personally, is earning more than you, how would you react? Or she's the breadwinner of your family, just hypothetically.
Well, I don't think we have issues with that.
Okay.
I won't have issues with that because I have constantly taken responsibility of the home.
Okay.
And it has been that way along the line. So having her support me will be a relief and not a challenge.
Okay.
So most men see it as a challenge. That's where the inferiority complex comes in. Not like, you are earning more money than I do now. So you have your money, you cannot do things your own way. You cannot talk to me anyhow. So that is where the problem is.
What causes a man? I mean, part of this is one of the causes of domestic violence and infidelity. What will make a man? I mean, is this enough reason for a man to engage in domestic violence, do you think?
If the woman is earning more money.
Yes, and maybe she feels that she's lording it over him. Do you think it's enough reason?
Lording it over him. Even if she's lording it over him.
Do you think this is a reason, this is one of those reasons for domestic violence or even infidelity?
I think infidelity, domestic violence, I would say there should be more to that. Not just the finances, not just the money. I think there are other things that we look at for here.
One of the reasons, because we read an article that was saying that the fact that a woman is richer on the breadwinner causes violence in the home.
Yes.
Causes the men to go out on the marriage. So we're trying to just understand, as from a man's perspective, is it enough reason for you to?
Murayo, I think it's enough reason. Maybe his personality might not do it, but a lot of men want to beat their wife to
dominate,
feel that they are lord over her. You know, so you can go to your boardroom and be all
in
this house. So when the woman is doing very well and they are not confident in themselves, they tend to beat her to try to make it look like, okay, yes,
they are still in
I
charge.
am in charge.
In my marriage, in my marriage, when we have arguments, I always say to my husband, just because you don't think I should be saying it doesn't mean I'm not thinking it. So that's how I deal with it. And it will go, she's still thinking it. So now we will do thought argument, we will have a logical, intellectual argument than, you know, trying to suppress what I'm thinking. Because I'll still be thinking.
Adiola or Olawale says, no matter what the woman has, the man should be respected. But women these days are, well, she's saying that they're horrible. Vanessa says, I believe everything lies majority on perfect understanding between the couple. I totally agree. Zil says, this is where the psychological term thought awareness comes in. It is our interpretation and perception about things. That's so true. Gabriel says, becoming the breadwinner is a distraction to, it's a distortion to womanhood. It stems from men's failure to be alive to their duties.
Let me say something about that domestic violence.
Yes. Okay.
Even when you quit your job or you quit earning, he will still continue to hit that woman. So I don't believe that it's just money.
There are other factors.
There are other things that they need to look at for. It's either the person came from a background where the dad was hitting. There's some background so far that you have to look out for.
While we wait for women to be, the men to be confident in being a man, I think women should, since they are watching, rob your husband's ego, support your husband that is not earning as much, and make him feel like the God. If you keep on appeasing to that God in him, he will find that confidence in himself and let go of you. I'm just saying.
Can I end on that? No, let me let you end. Yes, go ahead.
You may find confidence in yourself. I don't know that's
no, but that, I mean, honestly speaking, when you see, perception is projection. When you see your woman as a help, she would always be in your eyes as a help. But when you see as a threat, that she's taking on your position, that is what she would be. So you, as a man, you need to see your wife, that she is here to support you and help you, even if she's earning 10 times more than what you're earning.
Sir, last word.
I was just about to say that, but however, I think for men to actually stay away from such situations, you should see your partner as a helpmate and not a threat. Also, you should understand that you are the head of the family and not...
and money does not define you.
On that, we have to round up. Don't forget, the CBS Family Fun Fair is still ongoing. It starts, actually, no, it's not ongoing. It's going to start December 6th, next week, Tuesday. Please come. It's 1,000 naira per child. Come have fun. Have a great time here at TBC. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you.